Right, guys, listen. This is going to be an interesting video. So, I want to premise this, and I want you to all realise that when I say these things to give you the backstory, I'm not saying any of these things to brag, to show off, or anything like that. I just want to paint a picture, a real picture, so you can understand where I'm coming from. Because it's one of these things where if I tell you what happens, that you guys can just turn around and say, "Oh, well, you're just bitter because your company." Like, please. I'm personally offended. So, my company, T-Pop, we doing really well. Sales going up and up and up. This month, I think something like 25,000 units, not orders, units sold direct to customer. And I won't go into details with what amount of whatever that is, but I'm just trying to paint for you. My company's doing well, right? It's a successful company. And the reason I want to say that is because I'm going to complain now. And I'm going to complain again about the blackballing of T-Pop. And whenever I complain about blackballing of T-Pop, I do get a bit of fight back, a bit of blowback, saying that I'm crying and stuff like that. And I'm saying, but I'm just telling you what's right and what's wrong. So this video, I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not saying that I'll never mention names. I'm not. But this is around the 7th time this has happened. So I asked someone to do a review who's done a review before, and they said they're okay. They appreciate the offer, though, like to do a review of the Clippers. And I said, any reason? Because this person reviews literally everything, like from Chemi to VGR to Barber to Stylecraft to Gamma. And he replied saying, I don't believe that our values align. Right. So I read that and so I know for a fact, right, that there's two things on this. Number one, my values haven't changed, right? So I've never changed since having this company. It's always been the same, and we've always done business the same way. And then secondly, none of these people know me personally, so I don't know if they mean the company values or they didn't mean me. But I'm not really sure what the company... But anyway, whether you think I'm a bad man, like a bad guy, which is fine, you can make your own choice, but you've got to keep it consistent, because what are these values that you're talking about exactly? Because I need to point this out, something that you see, promote all Barberless Clippers, so Barberless Clippers, who are owned by Connor, by the way. So you promote all Barberless Clippers, despite the fact that you all know that the owner of Connor did time in federal prison for international tax evasion and kick. So he's a criminal, is what I'm saying. So the owner of the brand you promote is a criminal. So, right, so what you're saying is, so it can't be you don't like bad people or you don't like people who do crimes because you're supporting Connor, right? So let's do some more examples. So Jay Majors, you all support Jay Majors, and please, Jay, don't see this video and think that I'm getting at you, because I'm not. We had a conversation. I kind of like you, but I'm saying you're a criminal. He's a criminal, and this isn't me putting people down for being I think it's cool. I don't judge you. I'd work with any of yous. Any of you dirty little drug dealers, any of you little tax scam, I'd work with you. I don't judge you. I think it's cool. Well, do you know what I'm saying? But I'm just pointing out that you guys will work with, so it can't be crime, because you also all support Team 45, who work with convicted drug dealers, like who've been poisoning the community and selling crack and brown to their community. But that's okay. So I'm just trying to figure out where these values are. So what you're saying is tax evasion's fine at a federal level. Being a gangster is fine. Selling crack and heroin is fine. Green balaclava and cartoons where we draw the line. Okay. Am I right? So I just want to ask you guys, because I don't really understand it, and I feel like if we're having, I just feel like these guys, and most of these guys are men of God, right? So if you're a man of God, surely you shouldn't judge people for starters, which I understand. I'm not judging anyone. I'm just pointing out what people have done. So you shouldn't judge people for starters. But also, you shouldn't be so hypocritical, right? Surely, you need to be consistent with what you're doing. So you can't say tax evasion, drug dealing, being a gangster, in the case of Gamma, stylecraft, scamming and misleading the audience, just basically ripping people. All of them are fine, but the green balaclava and some cartoons is where you guys draw the line. I need an explanation for this, and I just want you to know. So feel free to let me know in the comments what you think's going on. Is it blackballing? Is it fair? And also guess which barbers, which influencers are the ones refusing to do that, because I don't see the thingy. I mean, what I see, and also let's point out Wall as well. Wall are constantly suing and lawsuits against little brands and tiny people and bankrupting. They're always doing stuff like that. So basically, if you want to review only good people from the top to the bottom, all you can review is Andis. Andis seem lovely. I'm not saying any. Andis seem lovely, but so basically now, as a reviewer, you and your values should only be reviewing Andis, right? Or have I got this messed up? Let me know. Anyway, let me know. Fucking offensive.